जय नाम संगीतम की जय, गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, chapter entitled Narada's Teachings to Vasudev, text number 36. Kalim sabhajayanti arya gunagya sarabhagina yatra sankirtanaiva सर्वस्वार्थो अभिलभ्यते कलिं संभाजयन्ति आर्या गुणज्ञा सारभागिना यत्र संकीर्तनैनैव सर्वस्वार्थो अभिलभ्यते कलिं संभाजयति आर्या गुणज्ञा सारभागिनः यत्र संकीर्तनेनैव सर्वस्वार्थो अभिलभ्यते। Mataji. Word to word meaning. Kalim, the age of Kali. Sabhajayanti, they praise Arya, progressive souls. Gunagya, who know the true value of the age. Sarabhagina, who are able to pick out the essence. Yatra, in which Sankirtanena, by the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Eva, merely, Sarva, all, Swa-artha, desired goals, Abhinabhyate, are attained. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Those who are actually advanced in knowledge are able to appreciate the essential value of this age of Kali. Such enlightened persons worship Kali Yuga because in this fallen age, all perfection of life can easily be achieved by the performance of Sankirtan. Purport. It is stated here that among the four ages, Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali, Kali Yuga is actually the best because in this age the Lord mercifully distributes the highest perfection of consciousness, namely Krishna consciousness, very freely. The word Arya has been defined by Srila Prabhupada as one who is advancing spiritually. The nature of an advanced person is to search for the essence of life. For example, the essence of material body is not the body itself, but the spirit soul that is within the body. Therefore, an intelligent person gives more attention to the eternal spirit soul than to the temporal body. Similarly, although Kali Yuga is considered to be an ocean of contamination, there is also an ocean of good fortune in Kali Yuga, namely the Sankirtan movement. In other words, all of the degraded qualities of this age are completely counteracted by the process of chanting the holy names of the Lord. Thus it is stated in the Vedic language, Dhyayan krite yajan yagyais Tretayam dvapare archayan Yatapnoti tat apnoti Kalau sankirtya keshavam. What is achieved in Satyuga by meditation, in Treta by offering ritual sacrifices, and in Dwapar by the temple worship is achieved in Kali Yuga by chanting the names of Lord Keshava congregationally. The Vedic process gradually lifts the conditioned entity out of the darkness of ahankar or false identification with the gross material body and brings him to the platform of self-realization or aham brahmasmi. I am a spirit soul, I am eternal. One has to make further progress to discover that although one is eternal, there is superior eternal entity who is the Lord Himself within one's own heart and within every atom in the material universe. Beyond this second phase of self-realization, there is a third and final stage of perfection, which is realization of Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His own abode. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is not primarily the superintendent of this world, but rather the enjoyer of His own world, which is beyond the most fantastic dreams of the conditioned living entity. In other words, although the king or president of a country is ultimately the controller of the present department, the king or president derives actual pleasure within his own palace, not in administering justice to the foolish prisoners. Similarly, the Lord appoints the demigods to administer the material creation on His behalf, while He Himself personally enjoys the ocean of transcendental bliss in His own transcendental kingdom. Thus, realization of the Lord within His own kingdom is far superior to the primitive understanding that the Lord is the creator of the prison of the material world. This realization of Bhagavan begins with understanding that there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky, and that on each of them a particular expansion of Narayan dwells with his innumerable devotees who are attached to that particular form. The central and chief planet in the spiritual sky is called Krishna Loka, and there the personality of Godhead exhibits his supreme and original form of Govinda. As confirmed by Lord Brahma, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Lord Brahma also states, Ishvara Param Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Brahma Samhita 5.1. Thus, love of Krishna and entrance into Krishna's planet in the spiritual sky is the most supremely perfect and exalted status of life available anywhere, at any time, throughout the totality of existence. That perfection is available in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the holy names of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Therefore, every sane man, woman or child should deeply understand the unprecedented opportunity offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and seriously take up this chanting process. Only the most unfortunate and irrational person will neglect this transcendental opportunity. In chant press. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadate Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyanta Desatarane Nityananda Maham Nami Sarvananda Karambaram Harinama Pradam Devam Avadhuta Shiromani Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pralayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauradashe Namaha. He Krishna Guruna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tabda Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Padmatmane Balbhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpataru Vaishya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamham Bande Shri Guru Dinataranam Parmananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. I humbly seek blessings of all the assembled devotees here, especially Gauranga Smaranam Prabhu, of the devotees, so that we may be able to speak on this beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam for the glorification of the Lord, for purification of our heart, as a service to all the devotees and for benefit of everyone. Hare Krishna. Especially let us also offer prayers to Srimati Sita Thakurani, the consort of Advaita Acharya, whose appearance there is today. By her mercy, we can glorify Sri Srimati Gauranga and today's wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam verse. Hare Krishna. So what an unbelievable good fortune has been bestowed upon the most unqualified, and that is the subject matter. We just need to understand this subject matter, and that is the subject matter of today's verse. Once Srila Prabhupada told all his disciples, Srila Prabhupada was saying that all of you are liberated. All of you are liberated. And the devotees were thinking in their hearts that how is it that we are liberated? Right? We may be following 4 Noble Principles, we may be chanting 16 rounds Hare Krishna, we may be doing all day services, that's okay. But still so much lust is there, still so much envy is there, anger is there, greed is there, so much anarthas are in the heart. How Prabhupada is saying you are liberated? And then Prabhupada said, all of you are liberated. Just you need to realize your liberated state. Yeah, so that's the whole point. And that's the whole point we'll try to understand. And just we need to, Prabhupada said, just you need to realize your liberated state. And I was hearing yesterday one lecture by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He was explaining this statement of Srila Prabhupada. And he was explaining that how it is that actually there is a liberated state. And it is because you are all constantly engaged in the activities which a liberated person engages. Right? So in that way, you are falling for it principles. There will be pushing of the mind and senses, but you are falling. Then you are chanting the holy names of the Lord, you are engaging in loving service of the Lord. This is all to be done in the liberated state. Just that you continue on this process, and the only thing which is remaining is realization. So yes, this is what is a very important subject. We'll try to understand this and the need to understand and to value what we have been given. So to understand this more deeply and better, let us hear one story, a famous story in the Vaishnava tradition, very famous. Mostly everyone has heard, but still we'll repeat it. So once upon a time, there was a disciple who was practicing spiritual life under the direction of the Guru. And finally, this disciple one day went to Guru with great desperation that, my dear spiritual master, I really want to understand the secret of making advancement in the spiritual life. What is the secret? And the spiritual master, being very pleased with the sincere inquiry, he tells to the disciple that, my dear disciple, today I will tell you the secret. The secret is constant chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The disciple became very happy. Oh, so nice. I got the secret now. And then, with that secret, he went out. And as he was going out, he found one washerman, on the bank of the river, and he was washing clothes. And while he was washing clothes, he was singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like that he was singing. And then he got shocked, ye to secret hai. Then he went ahead and he found some young girls. They were carrying some cowdom on the head. And these all young girls were as when they were walking, they were singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's got more bewildered. What's happening? Anyways, then he found a rickshaw wala. He hired the rickshaw, and as he sat on the rickshaw wala was singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He got fully bewildered. So he had a secret that. Then he went to his guru again and he said, "My dear guru, I couldn't understand your secret because you are saying this is secret, but I see everyone is chanting Hare Krishna. Something so common, How such a common thing be so secret?" So instead of the spiritual master giving him direct reply, the spiritual master gave him a very, very precious jewel. This jewel would be in crores practically. Very, very precious. And told, take this jewel and go and give to the person who can actually value this jewel. So he said, okay. So he went to the washerman and he said, "See, I have a special precious jewel for you." So then this washerman, he saw, "Oh, this is nice, good, it's quite smooth and nice also. So I think you can give me, I can use it. I needed some nice stone for washing my clothes. It will be very helpful for me." So, "Hey, what are you talking?" It's a very precious jewel. You have to pay the price for it. No, it's a good stone for me. I will not give you. So then he went to the rickshaw wala, and he showed to the rickshaw wala, "I have a nice precious jewel." And this rickshaw wala said, "This is good, show me the surface. The surface is a little rough also. I think to scrap the dust off my feet, it will be very good. अपने शरीर से गंदगी निकालूंगा इससे." Give me. Hey, what you are talking? It's a jewel. It's a very precious thing. You are wearing like this. And then he went to the ladies, the girls, small girls. Said, "I have a special jewel for you." So, show me. "Oh, this jewel. Yeah, it will be helpful for our packing our cow dung. We'll take the cow dung and it will help us, in picking up the cow dung." "Hey, what you are talking? This is jewel." Then he came back to Guru and he said, "My dear Guru, no one is able to understand the value of such a precious jewel." And the Guru said, "Yes, that's the whole point. The whole point is that this holy name is so precious, but who can get the benefit of this holy name? One who understands its value. Else, just like a washerman may receive the jewel, but he may take it and just wash his clothes with it, not understanding that with the jewel he can get crores of rupees and he can engage hundreds of people to wash clothes if that's what he wants to do. Right? He can have such a big thing to be done. But if he is not valuing, he'll just keep washing the clothes. In a similar way, we may receive Krishna consciousness in our life, but how much do we value will determine how much we will actually enter into and get benefit of Krishna consciousness. And many times, and that's why it's necessary. This verse is such an important verse and so much necessary. Even the purport given here by Srila Prabhupada disciples, explaining the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, so important. So important to hear this subject matter of valuing Krishna consciousness. What a big gift we have been given. The great value of the treasure of Krishna consciousness, what we have received. And not be cheated by mind and not be cheated by materialistic people in saying so many things, advertising so many things by which we may lose this greatest, highest wealth. As Srila Narottam Das Thakur sings this beautiful song, that how this wealth may be lost if a devotee is not very careful. So the song Narottam Das Thakur sings is, I'm not a good singer, so I'll just read the song. जय श्री श्री निताई गौरंग भगवान की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। Sanatana Das Thakur sings is Gaura Pahu Na Bhajiya Mainu Prema Ratana Dhana Hilaya Arayinu. So he's saying that, my dear Lord Gaura, I have never engaged in your worship, thus I am robbed of the jewel of divine love by my own negligence. Prema Ratana Dhana Hilaya Arayinu. So this is the topmost Krishna consciousness. I lost. How I lost? Next paragraph he explains is that Adhane Jatana Kori Dhana Teyaginu Apana Karama Doshe Apani Dubino. Although being quite in need of wealth, I have worked very hard to reject the greatest opportunity of receiving your riches. So although I need this thing only, but I am working hard for unnecessary things. So that's why we need to hear what we are looking for. Everyone in this world is actually looking for Krishna Prem. There is no other need. And that's why in this verse, another important word in this verse says, Yatra Sankirtane Naiva Sarva Swartho Abhilapyate. Sarva Swarth. It's not that, okay, for attaining the ultimate perfection, I should practice bhakti. But there are some other things I need to attain in my life, and for that I need to do something else. No, there is nothing else. Sarva Swarth means whatever you need, all you need is actually Krishna. There is no second need actually of our lives. And hence, Sankirtana gives you everything. Right? You think, my material necessity, what about that? I have to do something else. No, there is no need to do something else. Only thing is to be done is Krishna consciousness. And this is called as the definition of Shraddha. Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kulne Sudrida Nishchay Krishna Bhakti Kulne Sarva Karma. Not that you have to do many other things. And especially here in this verse is Sankirtan. Sankirtan is that work. So if one is performing Sankirtan, obviously Sankirtan means congregationally glorifying the Supreme Lord. And there can be many ways we can glorify the Lord, but there should be only one purpose: to glorify the Lord. If there's any other purpose, any other thing we want to do, we won't be satisfied. We won't be happy. And that's the main swarth. All the swarth is what? I want to be happy. And all we need to be satisfied and to be happy is we need Krishna. So hence, we need Krishna Prem. And here Narottam Das Thakur is saying, Adhane Jatana Gori Dhane Tyagya. So I've been working hard, but I've been working hard in such a way that I'm giving up the real treasure of Krishna consciousness. And in that way, Apana Karama Doshe Apani Dubini. Thus, then I submerge myself in the ocean of sinful reactions. As soon as Krishna consciousness is gone, there is only sinful activities. And then he's saying, Sadda Sangha Chhadi Koinu Asate Bilas Te Karane Lagido Je Karma Bandha Phas. Avoiding the association of saintly person, I sported merrily in the company of materialistic rascals. This translation. Asate Vilas. So this is the reason. The reason of giving up such a valuable Krishna consciousness is not to associate with devotees and hear regularly the need of it, and to hear from materialistic people, because materialistic people makes one feel they will devalue Krishna consciousness, and they may make us value some illusory things to be very important. So materialistic association is very, very dangerous. Our value system changes in that association. Whereas regularly hearing about what we have received, makes us feel joy. What a nice place we are in. And that's why, and then we can actually commit it to the real, true wealth. And then he's saying that because I have given a good association and taken materialist association, what happens? Te karane lagi doje karma bandha phas. For that reason, I have become strung up in the noose of my own fruital activities. Vishaya Vishana Visha Satatta Khainu Gaura Kirtana Rase Maganana Hoinu. I perpetually drank the horrible poison of mundane sense gratification. Because materialistic association means one will be attracted to sense gratification and one will be absorbed in that. Being never absorbed myself in the divine love of Kirtan, glorifying Lord Gaura. So we can see actually, sometimes in the evening we come here, we see the Nitya Gauranga and wonderful Kirtans going on. Actually, this is the ultimate goal and purpose of life, to absorb ourselves in glorifying Gaura by either singing for him or preaching about him or discussing about him. That should be the main thing. And sometimes one may be not taking pleasure in that, rather absorbed in sense gratification. So very important. And then last paragraph is saying, Keno va achaya prana kiye sukha paiya narottama dasa keno na gele mariya. Oh, why has my heart not experienced any satisfaction? And why has Narottam Das not simply perished? So in a very intense lamentation here, Narottam Das Thakur is seeing our own condition, our condition. He's singing this wonderful song. So hence here we are seeing in this verse that Karbhajan Muni is explaining this very deeply significant thing, because if we understand this importance of Krishna consciousness, we will not be carried away by petty, selfish things for ourselves, petty relationship issues, petty small problems. Understanding what an oceanic good fortune we are receiving. And that's what this verse is talking about. This verse is saying is that Kalim Sambhajayati Arya. So first thing is explained here is about Arya. And here in the purport, they're quoting Srila Prabhupada. They're saying that the word Arya has been defined by Srila Prabhupada as one who is advancing spiritually. And the nature of an advanced person is to search for the essence. So Arya means one who is seeking the essence. Sarabhagina, who are able to pick up the essence, essence of the Shastras. So what is the essence? What is the essence of all practices? Or what is the essence of actually life? The real essence of life, a real way, real essence in one sense is to find happiness. Anandamaya Vyasat. But how do we find that happiness? How do we find that satisfaction? The real way, the real essence of life, to do all activities to please Krishna. When we are pleasing Krishna, Sam Siddhir Hari Toshana, when Krishna is pleased, everything is happened. There is nothing else to be done. And that's why those who seek the essence are able to see that Kali Yuga is the best stage. How is it so? Kaise aapne bol diya Kali Yuga best stage hai? Because the direct process of pleasing Krishna through Harinam Sankirtan is the method of Kali Yuga. So what about other ages? Other ages the process is not pleasing Krishna by Harinam Sankirtan. The answer is no. Other ages also the process is same only. That is by Harinam Sankirtan to please Krishna. Only thing is, because other ages people have more capability, so they have been given more gymnastics. Right? And like in Satyuga, it is said that what you get by performing dhyana, but actually what you do dhyana on? Ultimately you do dhyana on the holy names. Without holy name there is no dhyana. Right, and through holy name the form, and then the qualities and the pastimes will be revealed by meditating on the holy name. Just like Prahlad Maharaj or Dhruv Maharaj meditating on Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So the holy name gives that whole benefit. Hence, the holy name is the essence, even of dhyana. Then in Treta Yoga the process is yajna. But in yajna, how the advancement happens? No yajna can be performed, no ahuti can be put without chanting of the proper mantra. And what is the mantra? Mantra is composed of holy names. Without holy name, there is no yajna. And that holy name is the essence. That is the sar. That is the essence of the whole process. If the holy name is not there in yajna, then the yajna has no benefit. Similarly, holy name is not there in dhyana. One is just sitting and doing dhyana in something in air. Then there is no benefit. Similarly, deity worship. In deity worship, there is no holy names. So every, those who perform the deity worship, they will know that even chanting of every offering, Esha Chamar Seva, then you chant the name of the Lord, Lord's holy name. Without Lord's holy name, there is no offering of any item. So there is constant chanting of the holy names. And apart from that, Srila Prabhupada always recommended that when the deity worship is going on, there is the Sankirtan going on in the temple hall. So apart from that, so holy name is the very essence. So that's why the intelligent people say Kali Yuga is best stage, because here there is a direct process. कुछ इधर उधर का जरूरत नहीं है, because the people are not qualified only to do anything else. There is no other ages chanting is essential, but it is carried with so much of facade. But here in this age, no facade is practical. So just chant Hare Krishna. And now this is in general, age of Kali is so very fortunate. Now especially if you talk this particular Kali Yuga, this benefit is there for every Kali Yuga. This is what we just now discussed. But this particular Kali Yuga is more special, because this Kali Yuga in the entire day of Brahma, this is very, very unique Kali Yuga. After the 7th Manu, on 28th cycle, this Kali Yuga, very, very unique Kali Yuga. Out of 1000 Kali Yugas, this Kali Yuga is very special, and we are right now in this Kali Yuga. So what to say of this Kali Yuga, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally descends, and he gives us access to the Golok Vrindavan Dham. This is even more unprecedented. So this Kali Yuga is even more worshipable than any other Kali Yuga also. As Srila Sarup Damodar offers these wonderful prayers. Anarpita charim chirat karunayavati naha kalau samarpayetum unnato jvala rasam swa bhakti shriya hari purata sundara duti kadamba sandipita sada hidaya kandare sfurtao va sachinandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. So Anarpita Charim Charat, for a long time, such a benediction was never given. So hence, this is very, very special. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come in this particular Kali Yuga just 500 years ago. Out of billions of years, we are so close. Just 500 years ago, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and he gave this is the highest understanding of the love of Shri Radha and Krishna. Right? Just now we are going to celebrate after a few days Radha Ashtami. And these verses are very significant to understand, because as we understand Radha Ashtami, we more understand Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually. Because it is mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we are able to get access to such topics. This is so esoteric, so internal topics of Krishna, never revealed. But now it is revealed by mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why Lochan Das Thakur prays that Yadi gaur na hoito tabe ki hoito kemo na dhare tande radhar mahima Prema rasa sima jagat janato prem. So who would have understand Radhar Mahima Prema rasa sima? Radharani will never be understandable. So hence, in the Kali Yuga, the subject which is ununderstandable by even Satyuga people or any other ages, in this particular Kali Yuga, and this knowledge of Srimati Radharani is given, and Radha Ashtami is celebrated all over the world in such a grand way. So this is a very, very unprecedented Kali Yuga, which is going on. That one is able to understand the mercy of Srimati Radharani. One is able to not just understand but actually access and by practicing this process, one can enter into the pastime. So one is to understand from a distance. Another is to practice a process by which one can enter into the eternal pastimes of Shri Radha Krishna in the spiritual world. What an amazing good fortune Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us in this age of Kali. Furthermore, going more, understanding more deeper good fortune is that even in this particular age of Kali, to be able to be part of the mission of Srila Prabhupada is so much more glorious. So much more glorious, because Srila Prabhupada is a personality. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and distributed Krishna Prem and distributed this most confidential knowledge. But then his desire was it should be distributed to everyone. Right? And they wanted to drown this entire world with Krishna Prem. But then, as the time went by, Krishna consciousness began to be either diverted or perverted, or it was limited. It became very limited to some very few people. Until Srila Prabhupada actually came, and by instructions of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada took this message and spread Krishna consciousness all over the world and gave a process for the Kalyuga Vasis, very suitable way that everyone can practice. Right? So when there's just like chanting 16 rounds, it's something which, just imagine by chanting 16 rounds, falling for it means one can enter into such an exalted place. It's really unprecedented. If the people in the previous ages come and hear this, they will. That's why they are worshipping Kali Yuga. That's why the Arya Gunagya Sara Bhagina Yadra Sankirtana. So that's why they are worshipping. They're saying that this Kali Yuga is so special that just by doing this simple thing, just 2 hours you chant Hare Krishna, and yes, obviously full day you have to be engaged in Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada made it very practical. Prabhupada gave such a practical process, everyone can do it. And this, Prabhupada is a person from whom this gift is being manifested. And especially Srila Prabhupada gave us 2 very special gifts. So we are able to understand this whole mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also through Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada gave us this whole Krishna consciousness through 2 very special gifts. One is, Prabhupada gave us the holy name. And second, Prabhupada gave us Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is another incarnation of Krishna in this age of Kali. As the sages in Nimai, they were asking that, please tell me the essence. And where now the religion resides when Krishna has left this world. So Sutta Goswami replied that Krishna Swadham Upagate Dharma Jnana Divi Saha Kalo Nashto Drishamesha Purana Arko Adunoditaha. So Sutta Goswami explained that how after Krishna has left this world and went back home, back to his own abode, at that time Krishna has again descended. At the same time Krishna again descended like a sun. Just like a sun, when it comes, all the darkness is dispelled. Similarly, for these people in this age of Kali, who are completely in darkness, all the darkness will be dispelled if they bring Srimad Bhagavatam in their lives. So like that, Kalo Nashto Drishamesha. So for age of the darkness of Kali Yuga will be destroyed by the Srimad Bhagavatam, because the Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. So much so that even one of the Puranas describe that Srimad Bhagavatam first and second canto are the 2 lotus feet of Krishna. The third and fourth canto are the thighs of Krishna. The fifth canto is the stomach of Krishna. Sixth canto is chest of Krishna. Seventh and eighth canto are the 2 hands of Krishna. And ninth canto is the neck of Krishna. And 10th canto is the beautiful face of Krishna. And 11th canto is the forehead of Krishna. And 12th canto is the mukut of Krishna. So in that way, actually whole Srimad Bhagavatam 12th canto is the entire Krishna himself. Krishna himself has come. So, and that Srimad Bhagavatam with purports of Srila Prabhupada is even more greatest fortune. So what a good fortune we have, the highest benediction we have received, that we are receiving Srimad Bhagavatam, as the highest benediction, and with Srila Prabhupada's purport, the Yuga Acharya, the personality who is actually bringing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is writing these purports. What more bigger blessings can we think of? And hence we can utilize this opportunity of Bhadra Purnima to relish Bhagavatam ourselves and to distribute Bhagavatam to whomever we can give the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam contains actually the intense glories of Srimati Radharani is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we can utilize, we can actually celebrate Radhashtami by studying Bhagavatam and distributing Bhagavatam to others. So, and second gift is the holy name, and similarly by accepting holy name and distributing holy name. And furthermore, to go even more deeper, so obviously we are getting the deepest mercy of the Kali Yuga by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming through Srila Prabhupada in the form of his books, his mission, and even more further, the biggest fortune is received by being able to serve and directly at the birthplace of Srila Prabhupada in Kolkata, and that too in fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's own personal desire to manifest his special temple in his birthplace. So what a great good fortune. So greatest fortune we have received. And when we understand this fortune, when we more and more discuss, deeply appreciate and understand this good fortune what we have received, so let us, remembering this good fortune, let us give up our petty material problems, issues amongst us sometimes, which become internal issues, external issues coming from petty desire for selfishness, sense gratification. So they don't mean anything compared to the good fortune we have to make our life perfect. What a blessing. So let the petty things of this world not steal the biggest fortune we are receiving in this age, although we are so much unqualified. So what a blessing. So let us take benefit and help everyone to focus on this good fortune. Then everyone will be drowned in the happiness of Sankirtan. And once this higher taste of Krishna consciousness we are drowning in, then there will be no more issues, no more troubles. As in the song of Thakur says, "Aal nahi ko kaliye bhai." No more issues or fear of Kali Yuga, because now, by mercy of Nitai Gauranga, we are receiving Krishna consciousness, we are receiving the Sankirtan. So let us accept this very good fortune of Krishna consciousness in this dark age to summarize, by understanding. So we discussed today that first of all, the essence of the perfection of life is to please Krishna by performing Sankirtan, and hence age of Kali is best because there is direct Sankirtan. And within this age of Kali, the best thing is this particular Kali Yuga is very special because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and within this Kali Yuga also, this period is very special because Srila Prabhupada just appeared, right? And Prabhupada's mission is just flourishing and going on right now, and we have opportunity to understand mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Srila Prabhupada, a very confidential associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then furthermore, we are so fortunate to be able to assist Srila Prabhupada at a time when there is so much to be done, and to even to fulfill Prabhupada's personal desire. After some time, Prabhupada's most of the desires will be done, and then we have to just keep spreading Krishna consciousness. But right now we have such a direct personal mission to be able to fulfill such a great good fortune. So let us accept and focus our lives always thinking and discussing on this good fortune and giving up, and that will help us to see all other problems as very, very tiny and insignificant. And that way we can easily transcend all other issues. Thank you very much. जगत गुरु श्रीमद प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीमद भागवतम की जय। हरे कृष्ण।